sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are back again.
What the fuck is good? We finally out the 130s, bruh. It's the motherfucking Good Guys Podcast.
We back with more pressure.
Episode 140. We got a special guest in the building, man.
Yeah, we got a hidden gem for y'all. Y'all not even hip to this one yet.
Long overdue. We got our nigga Shadow in the building, bruh.
What's up with y'all? How y'all doing, man?
Shadow,
You know what
Aquatic Doe.
You know, all the names.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, Shadow? How are you?
I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
Absolutely. Welcome to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you,
That nigga up run time.
Oh, for sure, my bad. Yeah, no, I just was taking it in, you know what I'm saying? It's like, cause I remember when y'all first started, it was like, dang. And it's like, y'all here. Y'all been consistent. You know, a lot of people be, let's make a podcast. Y'all still hitting it, you know what I'm saying?
We really
2 years in?
2 years in. We really got a vision for it. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a platform. One for the DMV artists, DMV people, DMV talent. But just to actually hit people of our color, talk some real shit. Can't nobody tell us we can't.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know,
I feel that.
But, this episode about you though. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about my boy Shadow. We're gonna talk about Doe real quick.
For sure.
Let's talk
One
about
of the most autistic people I ever met. When I was first getting into the music shit, he was already knee deep into that shit.
Appreciate that, yeah, man. I don't want, you know.
back when he was a videographer, right?
Yeah,
videos back
shit,
then.
he was doing music.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
rapping.
music.
This when I was rapping.
Bro, we
Shit.
go way back.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
This when I
shit.
was rapping, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, we realized I used to go to Little Caesars like every other fucking day.
That's when I drank first, yeah.
Come in, do
Little
some
Caesars,
type
get a
of
piece
music,
and do
bro.
something.
That's alright.
I remember we went to the park to shoot, was that Nikes on my feet? Yeah. That was and then we shot the mixtape.
No. It was My Bitches.
My Bitches,
My
yeah.
Bitches, only once, yeah.
And then I remember we did, we went to the park and I slammed my phone, broke it in the truck. That's when you were driving the truck.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, man. We went to the National Stadium, shot the
cover.
The cover.
Oh, yeah, you did shoot my fucking OTR cover.
That's
crazy.
That was a brick.
Damn, so you talking rapper? You doing engineering and producing at a point in time?
Nah, that was I can't. I don't got that kind of time, man. I appreciate that. That's a different type of time right there.
Definitely was doing film.
Yeah,
actually,
for sure.
And that actually is a good segue to lead to what you're doing now. My boy is the director.
For sure.
So you can actually label the hats for real. Like you go what you doing, creative director, photographer, filmographer, writer,
and writing,
producer.
For sure. Writing is.
I was about to say, out of all those things, what's your favorite?
Writing.
Right,
for sure. Like, I'm a writer because it's effortless, you know, kind of just the way I do it. I think it's just because, you know, growing up, like, my dad put so much emphasis on our vocabulary and all that kind of stuff and just making sure we was the kind of kids where...
Reading the dictionary.
Yeah. You know, we was the kind of kids where it's like, if you ain't get a 3.0, you couldn't do nothing. You got to see. You couldn't do nothing till the next report card came out. You know what I'm saying? With no place, with no nothing, with no TV, with no nothing. So, you know, 2.83 wasn't cutting it. None of that. You know, so when we got them honors.
I can't hold a 2.83 nigga. It'd be the best.
Nah, but you know, it's crazy because, like, I look at my friends, I got 3Ds, 1.8. It's like, they outside playing football. I got a 2.83. My father was like,
one motherfucking C, I can't even go outside.
But, you know, it was cool because my dad, my dad always been like that, but it just taught us, like, look, you got to meet the standard. You got to meet the standard.
I feel like we always complain about that shit when we young, but when we get to a certain age, like,
you see the value.
I took heed more in that.
Yeah, you see the value in it. Because like you say,
sure.
Just in your writing abilities or your creative abilities, that definitely plays a part in that. With somebody who was just skipping school, wasn't paying that shit no mind, now they kind of struggle with thinking of, honestly,
comprehension.
Comprehending, thinking on their own, like, that shit really exists.
And that's kind of how I got into, you know, filmmaking really was because of the writing. I just wanted to see my stuff on, you know, come to life. So that's kind of how that worked. You know, I really loved rapping, but at the time when I was rapping, it was different. You know what I'm saying? It was like you had to be really skilled, but it was like I feel like I was really skilled, but it was just like that's not what nobody was on. And so now that they on it, so it's like I don't got the time.
Y'all remember we grew up in the era when go-go was still. Where we from, go-go was what you was listening to. And so
niggas why they try to hit you.
Yeah.
At all.
When you start rapping, niggas was tuning that shit out.
And you don't got no band behind you. You ain't got first mic, nigga.
And you know what's crazy? You know, it's crazy. I never been to a go-go. I still haven't been to one to this day. You know what I'm saying? I never been to one. I never been to nothing. So when I used to see people in school, can I go all my way? I'd be like, I don't know what y'all taught, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, it cranked though. You see everybody knocking on the desk and stuff in school, but I ain't, you know.
Oh my God.
Or, you know, they walk around with the cell phone.
About, and it's crazy that we go this far back, bro. But when I say this, you go automatically like perk up. Niggas was doing that jack shit in middle school. Every once in a while, bro, the fucking around Christmas time, you know what song come in my head, right? I ain't even gonna say it, but you know what song.
Oh, yeah.
You burns on your whiskers, bro.
You hear me?
Yeah,
so
funny as shit, bro.
A long time ago. That started in middle school. That was a long time ago.
But I'm just sitting thinking, like, I wanted to ask you where you first started with the creative shit. Like, what made you really sit down and be like, I'm gonna do something? Not just like with the learning comprehension thing, but just creatively type shit. Like,
that's a really good question. I think, I always knew that I wanted to do something that wasn't like everybody else, but it was more so not because I was just trying to be different. It was just because my taste in a lot of stuff was just naturally different. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I like to listen to a lot of like, growing up, I listened to a lot of alternative rock, a lot of John Mayer, a lot of, you know, jazz. My uncle was a jazz musician, so, you know, I grew up in a house with no kids. You know, I was the kid. You know, so I grew up in a house where, you know, my uncle he got the bar and everything downstairs. You've been down there, you see how the bar and stuff was, you know, so it's like, you got the keyboard and you got all his band and playing. That's every night. School night, don't matter. You know, you try and sleep, but you can hear all the way in the basement. So I kind of just grew up around, like, older people. You know, I was the child, you know. And my dad is the only child, so I don't have, like, aunts and uncles or, like, a bunch of cousins and stuff like that. So it was just more so just being isolated, you know, me and my brother, and just really just being like, okay, cool. So, you know, it kind of, you just pick up on it, you know. So I'm real big on your upbringing. You have a large effect on, you know, how you know.
At what point did you start seeing yourself as like a actually movie director or actually bringing things to life in that sense?
Well, I used to, you know, I'm a real big, you know, Harry Potter fan. And so because of that, you know, just to see how, you know, JK took that book and she kind of just was like, okay, this is going to be what it was. I just always was good at like writing poems and writing stories and things like that. And I was like, how can I express this or like show this to the world, you know? You know how you read a book and no pictures, and it's like you start to visualize and see the things coming. So that's kind of how it went. And I was like, I like this, you know? But it was always because of the writing, you know? It was just like, man, I really like it. I wrote this. I want to do something else with it. It was one of those kind of things for real.
And so we were working on a project earlier this year. We ain't going to get too much into it.
No, we can talk about it. We can definitely talk about it because I do want to talk about that project.
I was enjoying me personally. I was enjoying working on that job.
So the project that they talking about is called The Lady in the Black Dress, and basically it's like a love mystery / crime story. It took place in like the late 1950s, early 1960s, and one of the things about the project was I just felt that I wasn't able to do it the way I wanted to do it. I feel like I rushed it, and I felt like I wasn't. I didn't have the energy, you know, me just coming, you know, from the hospital and all that. I didn't really have the energy to really do it how I wanted to do it, you know, as far as like the running and really being active, and you know, it just didn't work out, you know. So I felt like I needed to, you know, take a step back and like actually take my time, you know,
plan it out a little bit.
Yeah, just plan it out a little bit better. So
sound like it's something you're passionate about.
No, yes, because you know,
it's a beautiful project.
Because I've written a lot of stuff, but this is like really one of my crown jewels. So I definitely just wanted to come out the right way, you know. And I also felt like you know, these guys were perfect, but it was more so just like I feel like I needed different actors because I felt like I was putting people in positions to fail. Because it's like I feel like I wouldn't put Tom Brady at wide receiver, and I feel like that's what I was kind of doing, you know. And I felt like I need Tom Brady to be quarterback. So because of that, I felt like, you know, I just needed to really see like the bigger picture. You know, damn, I really want this to happen, but I need to take a step back and like do it the right way. You know, my dad said, if you don't got time to do it right, you got time to do it over, and I don't got time to do neither one. So, you know, that's kind of how that go. But definitely.
Shit. what's something you're looking forward to getting done in the future?
I'm in the process of writing a book. Really, just and it's mostly like a documentary style. I would say more like a documentary for real. Like, but maybe a book and a documentary, but basically just telling my story about like everything that happened with me the last year, and just really diving into it because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, and a lot of people don't really know. So that's kind of really what I'm focused on now.
You plan on starting that project back up? You plan on completing the project, or it's up in the air right now?
No. I'm definitely still gonna work on it. I think I just needed time. I needed time. I needed resources, and I still needed to get my stamina and my energy and all those kind of things back together.
As you should too.
So that was probably like one of the biggest things.
One thing about me, I'm a person. I love movies, music videos, all type of artistic expression, short films, all that. The one thing I don't like when I can tell when somebody rushed it. Mm-hmm. I've always been that way. Been that way. Even when the local artists make a song, I don't like when I feel like you rush that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm my biggest critic. Because there's so many times with my family like, hey man, you should have put that. It's like, but I know what I want.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you might do a take or something. Like we used to write, you hear a take and you like, man,
that shit ain't it.
And everybody be like, shit, that's the one. Be like, nah, nigga, I ain't hit it like I want.
The one that blow me all the time is the song you don't like.
Everybody love it. That's the hit.
But sometimes that's just you being the creative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel like it could be a certain way, but everybody like,
you hard on yourself like shit.
But you do gotta have that balance. You gotta have a good team around you to be able to tell you like, nah, this ain't it. Or we know this might not be what you thinking, but
don't overthink.
Don't overthink it. You put the work in. Let's make this work. So it's about having that balance. So
that's a real thing. Sometimes people can be lazy, and sometimes you can be an overthinker. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to do a little too much with it.
For sure.
What's your favorite project you worked on and put out so far?
Out of everything. Talking about with McKin, all that.
Shout out McKin.
Yeah, shout out to my boy. Okay, so I have two that I really appreciate. I would say one would be the one I put out not so long ago called "Don't Smoke in Bed," and that was really just because I put that out right after I came out of the hospital. So it was kind of like you can still do this, and that's just like important to me, And I think that the other one would probably be it's tough. I would probably have to say out of everything like rapping and all that stuff, everything.
Right.
You know what's crazy? One of my favorite projects is the Stalker song. It is, bruh. It's really one of yeah. It was me, Mo, my man Falco, and Ace. We did that thing like.
I don't remember this.
Son, you do, son. Yeah. It was to the I've been watching you.
Oh
yeah, I've been watching you. Yeah, it was I've been watching because that was the name of the beat, but I named it I've been watching you.
I need you to clean that up. We all on the Hell no.
I've been watching you. That don't really sound too much better, but yeah.
That's when I first started rapping too, and that was one of my favorite joints too. Was like, oh yeah, you can really rap.
But I got a lot of.
I might have that in my emails.
Yeah, because I got a lot of good moments.
I was just about to say, if you still got that, we might have to drop that on here.
I might have to try that.
Because I got a lot of good moments with I got a lot of good moments. Like, we used to, like, my bitch video, just like, slide down, like, you had that, that's when you had the Ace 4G shirt made and all that.
I ain't even put that joint out, I don't think.
Nah, we did?
We did.
No.
It ain't on.
Yeah, it ain't on. Yeah, I got that joint on private. But yeah, that's for those Friday. But no, I would say Don't Smoke in Bed probably just because, I told myself once I got out that bed, I was going to hit the ground running. And that was like the first one that really was like, you can still do this. So that's definitely probably my favorite.
He asked you about your any projects you want to work on, but like is there anything specific? Outside the Lady in the Black Dress is something that I definitely want you to finish that job. I want to be a part of it as possible, but any other projects, anything else you kind of got in mind? That's just time will tell type of thing, or
No, I have a project that's really going to take a very lot of detail. It's called Depths, and it's really just like a personal, like based on a true story type of story, and it's really just about a period of my life. I would say like around like 2014, 15. That was really like important to me, and I just feel like it's important to tell that story. So that's probably like my number one crown jewel out of everything. It's already written. It's already done. It's just more so about just filming it. But, that's like, you want to take your time with it. So I kind of want to, do some other projects to set up the, the platform for that one. So
Absolutely.
that's what I would say. Definitely that stuff.
One thing I want to do, I want to get like more people like more aware to like local directors and people that are creative trying to create things, because there are so many people. Y'all ain't even hip. Like, there's so many people that went to school for acting or even just were interested in it. I'm a person who I just did this shit back in drama class, and even now that shit helped me all the way up to this point. I still like doing that shit. Like,
if I can speak on that. Mr. Daggett.
Mm-hmm.
So
shout out to Mr.
shout out to Mr. Daggett. Mr. Daggett.
Coolest I never even had his class. That's one of the coolest teachers.
Mr. Daggett is a real nigga, man.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you why.
real.
Because I always knew I wanted to do stuff with like directing and filmmaking and stuff like that, right? And Daggett class was that class.
Yeah.
So what happened was, one day he was like, hey, I stopped going to this class. I didn't go to this class for probably like months. He was like, Mr. Hall, why you don't come to my class no more, man? And I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Daggett. He was like, I love your class and I love the way that you do everything, but everybody takes this class as just like a free period. Nobody wants to act. Nobody wants to do. They want to joke and play and be on the phone. And
so that's how y'all class was. Imagine we was in that joint doing little skits and little.
No, we had because he did choir and he did drama. But my drama class, because it was fourth period.
Yeah, niggas
it was
like,
it was fourth period. It's like niggas just came home from lunch. We chilling. Everybody trying to make their plans for if they gonna go to Roma Pizza, or if they go to McDonald's after school. Who fighting who? Who gonna meet everybody at the bus? So it was kind of like they was doing whatever. So I told him that. He was like, nah. He was like, I definitely understand. He was like, I'm definitely not gonna fail you because I believe you understand that what you're saying. But it was just the fact that he knew how passionate I was about it. So
even be that understand.
Yeah, to be that understand. So I really appreciated that. And I will say I appreciate what you said about a lot of local directors and things like that. Yeah. One thing I say about me, I don't a lot of times people ask me to shoot their music video and I decline just because to me, if it comes to a music video, I'd rather be like a director and not more like and be able to direct like the story if there's like a story. Because with music videos today, it's more about the effects. And I'm not an editor. That's not my. That's
like producer.
Yeah. That's not my. Yeah, that's not my. Just because I don't. That's just it doesn't come natural to me. And it's like even when I try to learn, it's kind of like a lot. But it's like I'm not an editor when it comes to those kind of things. And I know like people want the visual effects of the video, so that's really something I stray away from. Also, back in the day when I was filming, everything was more so about. Let's just put a bunch of guns in front of the camera and jump up and down, and nobody, you know what I'm saying. Wasn't no storylines behind the. But I am grateful for the opportunities that I had, like with you, shout out to my boy A-Rod, shout out to my boy Gutter Swedes. I really, fully loaded Chain Gang. That was bad. You know what I'm saying? That was a brick ago. So but after that, I kind of realized like, nah, this ain't really what I want to do as far as like the music video situation. So.
Let me ask you this, because I know you like a really creative-based person. How do you feel about, like, I guess, not media, but the creative space as it pertains to, like, movies, shows, things like that? Because I feel like people feel like it's a lot of reboots, non-creative things. Like, I feel like they're not giving the new up-and-coming. They got a new idea, and they're going to the shit they know that's just going.
Well, I think there's a balance. I think that, people want, like, I'm about quality, but I'm also about expression. Now, one thing I will say is that it will be nice to see some new characters, some new stories, because, there's so many different art schools and this and that. And I'm like, what are we opening up all these schools for if we're not actually going to use the content that's created from these schools and stuff like that? But at the same time, I understand that there's something about nostalgia and there's something about throwbacks and things that people want to see rebooted. You know, there's a lot of controversy with the whole Little Mermaid movie and all that kind of stuff. You know, and I have a my own take on that, but I kind of just I'm definitely I think. No, I'm sorry. What?
I was actually switching whole topics. So we'll finish that one.
I would say I look at it as like it's interesting. It's very interesting. I do feel like the stuff that I write, it's kind of got to be like, this is why I own my own stuff, because I need to have my own company, I feel like, to really do the stuff that I want to do. Because my favorite show of all time is The Office, and there's and there's no way that it's like even I think Steve Kerr, he said in this climate it wouldn't exist. I think I posted that so long ago. Malcolm X couldn't be Malcolm X in today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Because people be calling him a simp. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody following him. They be like, boy, ain't nobody worried about
get the fuck out of here. They gonna beat me. Right.
So I'm supposed to get hit with a hose for what? For what? Boy, that's not like a personal problem. That's just the way they carry it. You know what I'm saying? So I would say just the climate we in, I had to be very careful with some of the way that I write stuff. And I mean, I'm not changing the way that I write, but it's more so just like what to put out and how to make sure it come across.
How to get your message across.
For sure. So
I was going to segue because shit, you talked about Little Mermaid, and you talked about like being like your own director and having your own kind of like your own team behind it.
For sure.
I was like, man, ask you about Black Panther. Have you seen the new Black Panther?
Nah, I'm gonna go see it next week. I haven't seen it yet.
You saw the first one, though, right?
Yeah, I saw the first one. I saw the first one.
That first one's alright. Man, that second one tough.
Second one, best Marvel movie they put out this year.
You seen it,
I gotta see it.
That second joint is fire.
I gotta see it.
I don't even want to talk about those spoilers for y'all.
I gotta see it.
I'll just say this. I like the concept how they took Wakanda, and they called it Tukalan or something like that, but it's pretty much Wakanda versus Atlantis.
Okay.
That shit is just fire. Cause I'm a person interested in ancient civilizations. And like, you know what I'm saying?
So
Aztecs and Mayans and shit like that.
As a writer and as a history buff, I'm really big on so like with the Little Mermaid, right? I have no issue with
changing the character.
With her. Well, I have no issue with their choice to do what they want to do with their product, because that's their right. Me personally, I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably would have picked somebody different, just because even though it's fiction, I mean, there is a history behind it. And I'm real big on like historical fiction, and just big on like once something happens,
it's
like
happened.
Yeah. So like this interview, like when we go home and then y'all put it together, it's like that was a moment in time. So like even though it's not real, quote unquote, like we can't go call up Ariel under the sea right now. It's like anybody who resonates with it, they're like, okay, cool. Like you would like, and they was trying to be funny with it, but there's no way in the world we'd be okay with Tom Brady playing Dr. King. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and because of that, it's like and people say, but it's a live action movie. A perfect example. They remade Fantastic Four, but they made the Flame Torchman originally. He was Evans. But he's Captain America now, so he can't be But so they take Michael B. Jordan and
make him Johnny Storm.
Yes, but what's it? Whatever her name is, the girl. They supposed to be brother and sister.
Yeah.
So now it don't. It's like, but wasn't she like Japanese or Asian or something? She's white. So it's like, Jessica, she was one in the second one.
On the second, she was still white.
Okay, cool. So it's like. It don't. It's like now what? Was she adopted? Was she this and that? So it's like you kind of change
the whole story.
Do it. Yeah. So that's my whole thing with it, because it's like I wouldn't be like coming up next Bambi. And it's a fox. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it come from that place. And I know a lot of people feel like, no, but it shouldn't matter. We need representation. Yes, but at the same time, it's like...
I feel like...
Would you say accurate representation?
Yeah,
That's what you mean.
Like
accurate representation.
It'll be out.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to be a good movie because she can sing, and it's like, it's a live action version. But it's like, it's not the first time it's been done, right? And I seen a lot of people post...
I like the Little Mermaid. I like Ariel as
Haley. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people like counter that with like, but there's so many books about like the true mermaids being black people because we got pushed off the slave ships and we adopted or X, Y, and Z. And my whole thing is, okay, we'll make a movie about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like that. I ain't seen that movie. I
sound like a dope fucking movie.
I ain't seen that. Yeah, it was like they got pushed off the slave ships, and the ones that didn't die, they kind of like adapted, and That's how we got mermaids to the
with the Namor civilization on Black Panther.
In a sense,
okay.
yeah.
So it's like I do feel like, dang man, let's be more creative. Let's be more.
Let's go back to my question with like they should just make
more stuff. Now, it's certain stuff I do want. It's certain stuff I do want to see. Like I would love to see a Static Shock movie or something like that.
I played Static Shock when I was young.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see everybody wanted to be Static. It was like it was the only black superhero that was out as a kid.
Static Shock movie. Like, that shit was my shit growing up.
So I definitely certain stuff I definitely understand. So I'm not it is what it is.
I feel like with the fictional characters, I feel like especially like the Disney characters, I feel like you can recreate them in different shades. Yeah. The reason being, it just gives people different representations, a way to kind of view the character.
Yeah.
Now, I'm with you on like when you talking about like civilization. So like if you represent like El Salvadorians or people down in South America, you're not gonna put a white person right there. And
I feel the same way about how like in all these like Egyptian movies, they be having like white people play, knowing damn well, what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's like, so I get it, but it's like
Gods of Egypt, right?
Yeah.
The plot of Gods of Egypt is
Christian Bale and that shit.
The plot fire, and you realize
how you get Batman in Egypt? He's supposed to be protecting New York or Gotham, whatever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get it. You know what I'm saying?
These people wild as shit.
So from that aspect, I do understand it, and I don't, like I said, I don't get too, because at the same day, it's no different than how like a black girl, an Asian girl, and a white girl can all go to Walmart and pick out the Ariel costume because they want to be Little Mermaid for Halloween. It's like it's just a representation. Yeah, this person look like me.
It's like Miles Morales being Spider-Man.
I always,
you know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say, I always think about it like it's an alternate universe.
It's an alternate universe.
Yeah. Or it's just because it's a created character that's like pretty much fictional. It's like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
The princess could be, or the princess can be black or Asian. Like, it really doesn't change the story. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean.
But when it do change the story, it be blowing the shit out of me. Like that fucking Michael B. Jordan shit. He great actor, did his part.
Stan Lee said before that when he made Spider-Man, he put the mask on him because he wanted kids to feel like
anybody
is Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Then it'll take a mind of its own. You know what I'm saying?
I read Spider-Man specifically. I feel like it can be almost anybody. You got bit by a random spider and you got superpowers. That could be almost any motherfucker.
So y'all. So who's y'all favorite Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, like live action.
Yeah, live action.
Tobey Maguire.
Cartoon.
Honestly, I like this. Tom Holland is the most accurate.
He's the most accurate.
So I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and I like what they doing with their villains too. So
the Tom Holland, that's the young one. With the
I
like the storylines they doing with him. I don't like Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire was too fucking old.
This is what I say about that, right?
Spider-Man is 16,
and that's why, and that's my point. Like, so I personally. Because it was the first thing I saw, I really liked Toby as Peter Parker.
And Mary Jane.
And I like
Spider-Man. Mary Jane kind of sucked on that first one. Like,
go ahead.
But the thing about it is, Tobey Maguire fit Peter Parker for the time period we was in.
Because he had the nerdy thing.
And then think about it this way: he was older, but look at the way that teenagers look back then. Versus like how they look now.
But also it's not accurate to the comics either.
No, it's not.
Fucking organic webs. I don't know why they did that shit.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. In the first Spider-Man, he got bit. But then
one of the old ones he can shoot out.
Because in the very first Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire actually got bit at the museum. Remember? But in the other one, it was kind of like they gave him shooters or something. Like, he didn't do something.
That's the comic thing, though.
Yeah,
he gets bit so he get extra strength and shit, but he's a fucking genius. So he goes home and makes his own web.
Yeah, he
did. I thought that was just the first.
That was in the comics. He never had organic web.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So Tobey Maguire was the one he could just.
Tobey Maguire. That's the first one. It's like he got bit by the spider, because it was no. I got no sidekick, I got no base or none of that. I got no bike. Because I didn't have no contact with Iron Man. We hadn't even had Iron Man yet. You know what I'm saying? So it was.
How was smart enough to make? That's another thing with that universe. All these damn geniuses that can make all these robotic. Fucking that shit was tight though.
But yeah, so that's how I take it. You know what I'm saying?
We just went on a little nerd.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that enjoyed that though.
For sure.
I'm a comic book nerd for real. So.
All right, so our favorite superhero.
Spider-Man.
Superman.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a Green Lantern guy to the core. But as I've gotten older, I will say this. I know, right? But I will say this. The older you get, the more you appreciate Batman.
Oh, y'all
Nah, Batman was.
But listen,
Spider-Man was my favorite. Talking about the main ones, but Static Shock is my real favorite.
But the reason why I say that is just because of the fact that it's like we all really. It's like how everybody can be like people love Steph Curry as anybody can beat Steph Curry. Like you can't beat him, but it's like I'm not saying that though. But I'm saying like you can be little and still be a shooter, and you can find your way. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Batman. He just a regular guy who got money. Like, don't get me wrong, the billionaire part works.
This nigga got hands.
No, what I'm saying, but he got hands.
The mix.
But where that come from? That come from going and studying the whatever they was, the dragon, shadow dragon people.
I'm also talking about he was born a billionaire.
Like
that's regular guys.
That's why I fuck with Spider-Man. Like he's the most relatable type.
Yeah,
from the hood.
Yeah, for sure.
Normal teenage kid.
For sure.
Yeah, nerd can't get no.
Yeah, because I don't really. I ain't gonna lie to you. All this. I came here from a ship and but no, that's kind of how Green Lantern is too though. He a regular, he just a pilot, but he was a regular dude. Found an alien. So he go your ring.
I say he fit you because his ring is basically just fucking imagination and shit. Like,
for real.
Whatever you think of,
he had that was one of the coolest powers though. You had a ring and whatever you could think of.
But everybody hates Green Lantern, like because they kind of look at it as like
he's the Falcon of DC Comics.
You hear me though? All right, so.
Yeah.
Superman. Before we segue, I just want to ask y'all: are y'all DC or Marvel? Because I have a very important take on that.
Marvel has more relatable characters.
Yeah, X-Men.
You say Marvel? Okay, so this is my point. I say Marvel makes the best movies by far. Yeah. But as far as like characters and like storylines, I gotta go with DC just because of the fact that in DC. Everybody got their own story. Think about this. In DC, Batman got his villains. Superman got in Marvel.
They in different cities too.
But in Marvel, it's like everybody. Clearly, this shit showing you everybody is connected. And then at the same time, even with X-Men and them, it ain't like Wolverine got to go fight this person by himself. So it's like X-Men. We about to go. It's like there is no individual villains. It's like they always teaming up to go fix something.
We talking about the movie specifically?
No, we talking about just in general. Like,
I don't know.
Because think about it. Because nobody has better villains. Batman got probably the best villains, period.
Probably,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Like, by itself.
Hands down.
You know? And then even they villains
like every time I feel like Batman versus Spider-Man, I'm going Spider-Man.
But even with the villains when you see somebody like Magneto,
Batman,
they was on squad together. You know, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no.
I don't even know how Batman.
He got gadgets.
But he got hands. All Spider-Man gotta do is tie his ass up, and what he gonna do?
He got knives and shit. You ever seen Batman cut shit?
Cut shit.
But nah,
I don't even like this nigga is a cheat code.
I just thought I would ask, man, you know, because that's a question I always like.
He's nothing but a souped up cop, bro. He's a cop with a utility belt, like, for sure. Fuck.
But yeah.
He's a billionaire cop. That's what Batman is. Fuck.
You got any more questions for Shadow?
We hit most of the deep zone. We definitely gonna have you come back on this stuff. We gotta get some more projects done.
For sure.
Yeah.
I will say, you know, this has been a great first year, you know what I'm saying? Just like getting my feedback, you know what I'm saying, together. And I don't take nothing for granted, bro. I never did before, but it's like now I definitely don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just been a very blessed year, a very good year, you know. I had a lot of dark moments.
I was just about to ask you, perfect. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, just being a black man, but like you say, being a black creative in itself, and being in the area that we from, and like the certain traumatic experience you experienced, been through. Let's talk about like the importance of keeping like finding a good mental space and keeping like a good mental health in general.
Well, so for everybody that don't know, I had a heart and a kidney transplant last year, and I spent about 4 months in the hospital out in Baltimore. Shout out to the doctors out there, University of Maryland, Baltimore. You know, they got me right. You know, kidney failure, heart failure, brand new organs. You know, it's a lot on your mental. mental is big, and I know we in this era now was like mental health, but it's like there was days when you had to realize like I was literally strapped down to a bed for 24 hours for 98 days in a row. I couldn't walk. I had to relearn how to walk and everything, and so there really was no standing up or nothing like that. Every single thing that you do is dependent on another human being, like from using the bathroom to sitting up so you can get comfortable a little bit for somebody feeding you because you don't got enough strength to hold your own hand up, And it'd be days when, mentally you go into crazy, crazy, crazy places, you know what I'm saying? But, so your mental was very important. What got me, what I realized was life don't stop, and I realized that I was in the bed fighting for my life, and people like, damn man, that's crazy. And it's like they show their support, but it's like after they show their support, they still gotta go eat. They might go fuck a bitch. They might like life don't stop. It ain't no. It's like damn man, that's fucked up. But it's like now you gotta go to sleep. You might gotta go to work tomorrow. Life don't just stop because one person is going through something.
You relate to a lot of people go through similar situations. Like you're going through a medical shit, but a lot of people find themselves in situations where they're going through something and they realize, damn, everybody else got to keep going.
Yeah.
And to some of them, that might really mess with their mental.
For sure.
Like how you just say, life don't stop. That's one thing everybody, once you become an adult, you start to realize, like, everybody dealing with shit. Everybody going through something. If they're not going through something right now, God forbid, they could be going through something in the future. So, it just is what it is.
And with that, what I'll say is that when you get older, you realize, dang, man, your parents, they really was, when you think about it, like, they was our age raising us. And you know how hard it is just to wake up in the morning like, damn, man, having to, you know what I'm saying? You really start to put stuff in perspective, like, you know what I'm saying? So I would definitely, mental health is definitely important, man. It's big, it's definitely big. And you just gotta really tell yourself, like, look, I got this. Cause ain't nobody else gonna do it, this is, when you in that space, it's just you and you. You know what I'm saying? You pray to whoever you pray to, or you do whatever you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, mentally, you gotta make that choice. Like, I'm not gonna let this get me, you know what I'm saying? So, and just having support from your family. Support from your family is very important. It was days and I was like, man, fuck this. And they called me. They was like, look, you gotta keep, you know what I'm saying, from, my fiance and my aunt, they was just on it, you know what I'm saying, every day.
The words mental health and mental stability and mental strength or fortitude, those ain't just words. That's a real thing. Like,
for sure.
When you're going through these situations and your mind telling you all this negative stuff, you gotta also shift your mind and tell yourself, nah, I ain't that weak, you know what I'm saying? Or I ain't gonna let this keep me down, you know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. People don't just say that.
And so now, it kind of really helped me with what I'm doing now, because now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't feel like it's nothing in this world I can't do. Oh, yeah. Nothing. I feel like, well, I had major heart surgery. Like, they literally took it out of my heart and took it out, and there was nothing in me, and something was keeping me alive, and they put another one in, Mm-hmm. So I be like, it ain't nothing I can't do, you know what I'm saying? So I tackle everything just head first, like, look, we're gonna get it popping, and we're gonna make it work, so...
Yes, sir. Yes,
so that's what it is, though. But I really appreciate y'all, man, for sure.
We appreciate you for coming through this joint. We're gonna start segueing, because shit, we probably we'll be like an hour in.
Hey, nigga, we happy you still here.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Let's start with that. Absolutely.
This
man. Is definitely one of the best. Good guys we've probably been around. Definitely one of.
Appreciate y'all, man, so much, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man.
Hey, look, I know you a Kanye fan.
Mm-hmm. How you know? Yeah, I'm a Kanye fan. Okay.
It's real quiet.
What's up with your boy?
See, look, this is the thing about Kanye West, man. I just feel like a lot of times people just think that he just be out here just wilding or doing this and that. But I just truly believe that this nigga really, he got a reason. He don't do nothing just to do it. That's what I'll say. Regardless if it's good or bad.
He got his reason.
He got his reason, you know what I'm saying, for why he do what he do. That don't mean we agree with him.
Don't mean
some of it be a little bit, it don't mean it make sense, but, So that's what I'll say about Kanye West.
Where you want to start, the CP3 shit or the?
Nah, we gotta start.
We gotta start low and then go up, right?
I was gonna start high. Fuck.
Nah, start low.
Start low. I was.
He's like,
I'm gonna get the Hitler shit out the way.
All right, let's.
Because Hitler was not a good guy. Because I'm the type of person I am, I understand the point he tried to make.
Nah.
Saying Hitler must have done something that was, make what they say, made streets or something. I don't know what
Yeah, his thing was. I think his new thing is like, oh, we gotta be loving, and because he did the same shit, like we gotta love Balenciaga and get. He on that type of shit, I guess. But come on, bro.
yeah.
Like this is not what you want to be
it's
saying
just,
and supporting, bro. Like
if you already know the situation you in. To me, he was just being petty and wanted to piss him off again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he just had a quick little moment. He said, "Fuck it," took a jab real quick. I'm not supporting him.
it was 40-something, bro. Like,
Hitler.
but
He's a child. You know he lunching because he's still up there with that damn mask over his head. Like it's certain stuff is like.
So boom. First you go on Alex Jones, right? And you say this crazy fucking shit. I don't know why people are supporting him saying this shit. I really don't. I had somebody try to break it down for me earlier. It made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Hitler was not a good guy.
Not a good guy.
Hitler didn't like black people, bro. Let's get that out.
He didn't like a lot. He didn't like no one unless you were pure Aryan or pure white, which didn't make sense because he wasn't even pure Aryan or pure white. If you really know something.
Let me make this shit clear, bro. This nigga Hitler was a failed fucking artist. His fucking parents was crazy. Beat his ass when he was young. Boo hoo. The nigga went to World War I. Probably came back with fucking PTSD and shit. Mm-hmm. He was a fucking drug addict, bro. We not talking weed. We talking the hard shit. The 1930s shit. Like fucking wild heroin type shit, bro. He was a fucking drug addict and a fucking crazy motherfucker, bro. That rose to fucking power. He burned
basically his own people because
he burned a fucking building down to even get into power, bro. I'm gonna give you motherfuckers a history lesson, bro. He burned a government building down to even get into power, my nigga.
Definitely did.
Motherfucking.
It was the voting thing, and it was a lot going on.
Not only did he exterminate Jews, he fucking sterilized, exterminated, and fucking got rid of all like black Germans, French motherfuckers, all that shit, bruh.
It wasn't just in history we harp on what he did to the Jewish community, but factual, it was pretty much everybody that was
if you
a
wasn't
different
them,
color in Germany.
Yeah, if you wasn't them, you're gone. He didn't fuck with you niggas. Yeah. Like, stop trying to flip this shit. That's like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
Niggas is unaware. Like how you just broke down all the facts. It's a lot of niggas who didn't even know half of that.
And then it's another thing where niggas they know the facts.
Half of that.
They know the facts, but it's still it's like when your cousin locked up on first degree murder. It's like he was wrong. He's still your cousin though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still on commissary. You still on call. You know what I'm saying? Like look, I know I ain't saying what he did was right, but
I'm tired of fucking Kanye, bro.
That's what it is. Honestly, it's more so just tired.
It's more Kanye fatigue than it is actually that. You know what I'm saying?
I can never get with this shit right here, bro. Like, it's the same thing as the fucking slavery shit.
It's just the point you try to make, people not going to agree with.
And see, that's the thing, though. I feel like people keep saying, damn, Kanye need a publicist, but he don't need no publicist, because
who's going to who the fuck is doing that right now?
And Kanye going to say some wild shit, because be like, you sure
nobody can be Kanye, but he got to be his own publicist.
Yeah, and then on top,
he's going to accuse them of trying to put him in a crazy home.
There's nobody that can be his publicist right now. So that shit.
Like,
I get it.
Bro.
I feel it.
Like, if you trolling,
even
what are you going to gain from that shit?
What he tried to say? He made streets and something else he said. But even that notion, bruh, that makes you a good person. He was driving tanks and shit down that shit to go euthanize and kill people. Like that don't make you.
I think it's just the fact that people try to, people got layers. You know what I'm saying? I think that sometimes we get lost in the fact that everybody got a reason for why they doing what they do, and I don't even. You don't have to agree with their reason, but I don't think there's really too many people on this earth that just. There are people that do stuff just to do it, but people have a way. And what I learned, especially in this society that we live in, you can literally go on the internet and find anything to justify or support the way that you feel about something. And so because of that, you have to be very mindful with like what you take in. You know what I'm saying? Because who really determines what's a real source anymore? You know what I'm saying? Because people,
even these news,
because I'm about to say, because people like saturate and engulf themselves in the shade room and stuff all day. It's like they said it must be true. You know what I'm saying? The closest thing we got to that, I ain't even gonna be fun. It's probably TMZ. Cause and it's crazy because they have no soul. They don't care. But their stuff is factual. That's why people I say
right. And they be the first one.
You know what's crazy? Anytime something happen, people like I ain't see TMZ say it. Mm-hmm. It's like TMZ is that stamp. Like okay, oh this is real, and that's crazy because the news come on every day.
The thing about the news,
politically ran and stuff like that. So people are like,
the news. They tell you what they want to show you. And
exactly.
Shit. TMZ is trying to show you all the shit that you kind of not supposed
to see.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a different type of media outlet
for sure.
This nigga's crazy, man. I don't know if there's no coming back from this, bro. Like he's come back from a lot of shit, bro. I don't know if he can come back. They saying he owed like $50 million in fucking back taxes.
It's like you taking a shovel and you digging deeper down the hole, and it's like for what? You know what I'm saying? It's no real point.
You want so he can rise like the Phoenix.
At the end of this, everybody not gonna be like, oh, I see what he was saying. Like, nah.
That's my thing, bro.
Not a thing.
Who he gonna be able to come go to get turn this shit around?
But we say that right, and I feel that. I just think that people
eventually just
drop out.
Yeah, I'm saying, people come out that new Kanye. Oh, it's people. I don't support Kanye. They all man. Look, man. One thing I learned about money talk. And at the end of the day, when people be doing X, Y, and Z, that's why you think everything I shut that because money talk and you know what I'm saying. The people with the money was like, nah. That's why all these people got dropping their deals.
Kanye gotta take a moment, just go sit outside in nature. Not in one of them like them big old boots and nothing a bunch of music shit. Not no funny though. Just really just chill in nature and think about shit. Cause why the fuck could you get out here and say you causing other niggas like you causing niggas like Kyrie to get in trouble? Like normal pose and shit. Like you're not helping niggas. Like
can I ask y'all a quick question?
Fucking us up. Like
everything he does is for him. That's first of all.
But do y'all have like like Kanye got a lot of wild moments, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But it's like whenever I think of Kanye West. Like I think Kanye because I be not this, but it's like everybody like what people you can see yourself in people that really are straightforward with how they speak because everybody is so PC that it's crazy because I'll say this I have my fiance, she's foreign and I have a lot of Nigerian people in my family, and what I'll say is we look at them as like they're rude, but they say stuff with a certain demeanor where it's like exactly what they saying, how they saying, and it come across as like we wouldn't say that like that, but they straightforward and they say it. So it's just interesting how when somebody does speak their mind, they're blunt. We're like, oh, wait, this man
I think
crazy.
It's all about crossing lines, bro.
But everybody got their own lines though.
I wouldn't consider what Kanye saying is blunt though. It's more so he trying to make like a point. He think he making people think, but really you just turning people off to you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy how the free thinker train always go to Hitler, straight to fucking.
You see what I'm saying? Like the words Hitler might be a good person should never really be in a sentence. You know what I'm saying? That should never be. Because
I don't.
Especially now when you already facing criticism for similar shit. Like that should never be. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like he doubled down.
Yeah.
He doubled down. He went from because you talk about the Jews. And then you talk about the main person that was really persecuted. It's like you doubling down. You saying basically it's the comment that I said what I said. I mean, think about it. Crazy. With the mask on and what? I said what I said. That's basically
my main thing be
right,
bro.
Though.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
I don't.
You say grass is red. Like I say what I said. Like, right.
He needs to sit down, bro, and fucking realize like how the shit he say has effects. Yeah, like.
For sure. But everything we do and say and don't say has affects stuff. There's sometimes we want to say stuff and we don't say it because we don't want to come across X, Y, and Z. And then there's sometimes we cross that line, we say stuff, we got to deal with the consequences of it. People say freedom of speech, but if you working for somebody or you got people that's you in people's pocket, they got the same freedom to do what they want to do as a result of that. You know what I'm saying? So freedom of speech, that's a myth. To me, that's
freedom
a
of that's something everybody sleep on. Freedom of speech is a real thing, but not hate speech. You know what I'm saying? So if you saying shit again, like you can't like this how we don't like people say the N-word or people say things against certain things you can't say. Everybody get an uproar. That's a feasible. You know what I'm saying? If you say something like what he just said, people can be upset about.
See, who determines what?
That's something.
So look, I'm sitting here thinking about the Kanye moments that everybody talks about from his career, and I can only give him two good ones, and that's maybe the Grammy speech where he like everybody wanted to know what I say if I don't win. That
I guess we'll never know.
Moment.
Yeah.
And that maybe the George Bush.
I was about to say George Bush.
I'm
a fan of that.
The Taylor Swift shit, even though we was riding with him back then because it's Taylor Swift, we was young back then.
Riding with Beyonce, I'm a fan of that.
But now that I'm older, I'm like, he's a fucking dickhead for that.
That was wild. Even though he was like, that was somebody daughter, somebody.
We like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, we getting him the fuck off stage.
That's cool. Because it's another black person though. But that's Taylor Swift. We feel like. Honestly, the notion is Beyonce deserved the award, so he did what he did.
But that don't make it right.
But I'm saying, but it's like
just fucked up her whole moment.
Had a lot of her own.
I didn't say her only moment. That was her first moment.
That was her first moment. But did she miss that, bro? Like, did Taylor Swift miss that by any means? Bro?
Probably.
But
no. She didn't miss it because Beyonce went up there and did the right thing and gave her a moment back. And that's real shit.
But
fine and dandy.
It's funny.
It's a moment of a protest. That's all I'm saying.
But listen, the same way that y'all doing this is the same way that.
You say that 15 years later though.
But
like,
what the fuck? What I'm saying is these moments that we attribute to him as being positive, they not. That's what I'm saying. He's been a dickhead for a long time.
Yeah.
It's just escalated
some
to now
stuff. Some stuff is opinion. I'm gonna say some shit is opinion. Now the Hitler shit, nobody's gonna fuck with. Him saying,
but so let me ask y'all a question.
You can say it on your own fucking platform, bro. She just won an award. This is her time.
What I'm saying is, it's easy to go back 10 years later and say, "Oh yeah, he been doing wild shit." Niggas weren't saying that back then. Don't be no whole ass nigga saying
we
that.
We were young.
But no, but I would say that they said that it's because of the fact that, you know, we were younger, but growing up, it's like you realize that was some wild shit. But see, to me, I look at it.
I don't think it was some wild shit, but it's opinion. I'm just saying. But I'm not a Taylor Swift fan.
But yeah, you know and that's my point though. The same way y'all talking about this is the same way people. It's not a universal thing that Kanye West, what he said was wrong. Every human being in the world don't feel like what he said was wrong, and because of that. It's like there was people who voted for him for president. Like everybody don't think that Kanye West is on some crazy shit. Some people are like, this is what we needed. No. I feel you. But I'm saying some people that's like we've been thanking Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, not even now. For the last probably 10 years, he been lunching.
But this is when you get what I'm trying to say is when you give a nigga that leeway to get away with small wild shit.
Inch a mile.
I feel like when he tried to walk on water that was our sign.
Huh?
When he tried to walk on water.
You don't remember that?
He was Jesus.
When he was saying with Jesus.
When he first started calling himself Jesus, he tried to walk on water. He made
in Paris.
The statue.
It was in Paris.
No.
I thought that was Cali, but I might be Paris. You don't remember that?
It was like a little it was a fountain or some shit.
Hold on. You can literally Google right now.
He did some Chris Angel
He tried to run and splash into the water. You don't remember that? That was our first sign right there.
Nah, I would have been off that nigga right there.
I don't remember that shit.
I remember that, yeah.
That's funny.
That shit was hilarious.
He had a little statue that was in Cali or some shit. Like, I really don't remember that.
This nigga, look, man, I wish the best for that man. Hopes and prayers. And we not even done with this nigga.
That was the first signs of him tripping.
Dang, that's crazy.
we not even done with this nigga, bro. Because now we gotta get to him after a long day of fucking supporting Hitler. This nigga then gets on Twitter and talk about, let's break another window.
Bro.
I caught Kim with this married basketball player.
This the one I got a problem with, right? Why are you telling the world you caught your wife cheating?
Sympathy.
Yeah, and at this point, you're not gonna get it. We already know what it is.
He's crazy. we just say that he's crazy.
Right, and then you take a picture of like a yearbook photo. Yeah, this guy.
Where did you get that picture from?
See,
when I first seen that,
the president of the Play Association. It might have been one of them giants. So
if I was Chris Paul, I'm like, he talking about that guy, old ass white nigga up there.
That's fucking.
Hey, see me, I'd have had a motherfucking picture, and I'd have had Chris Paul all blacked out and shit, and be like, "Guess who NBA player put my
funny when you look at the picture,
it look like
the first thing you notice is the old white dude. So you like, huh? And then you see Chris Paul.
Yeah,
that's funny as shit, bro.
Nigga said, "Nah, it wasn't Chris Paul. It was Cliff Paul."
Yeah. I'd have had that shit blacked out.
He's a wild guy, bro. What if he was just over there trying to get somebody out of jail?
Why would you do that? Just simply, why would you do that?
You want to know the serious answer? His fucking marriage fucked up, so I'm gonna fuck somebody else shit up. And then the report comes out from somebody in Kim camp that this shit bullshit, and like he's just making up shit. And that leads me to the question: why Chris Paul?
I mean,
why you just throw?
But that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like that's just too wild to be a coincidence, bro. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul.
He ain't say nobody. He ain't say Snoop Dogg. He ain't say Snoop. He ain't say Wayne. He said Chris Paul.
He fucking up all his All-State
40-year-old point guard. Played 2 games this season.
Nigga you would think to
Kim K.
Not Devin Booker, one of the young niggas on the team.
But that's what they said, though. They said Devin Booker and Chris Paul.
It's more so, why would you tell the world? Like, why? Okay, we're gonna segue to the Good
Niggas
Morning.
love to go outside.
Hold on, we're gonna segue to the Good Morning America shit. But that shit got exposed, right? Why did this nigga be getting up there exposing himself?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you really be taking pictures of shit and like, yeah, she did this, and then this person did this. Why are you doing that?
Basically, because he don't. I mean, some people don't care. You know, some people don't care about how you.
I think some people just attention whores. Attention whores though, like that's
Yeah.
like really like an attention whore. Like the more drama you can create, the more people you can get to be like, yeah,
You know what else crazy?
I'm on
Shit he
your
said on
side,
top
like-
of this Chris Paul shit. He said porn ruined my family, and then that had me thinking like,
why was we talking about porn?
when he said it, I thought he was talking about the sex tape.
Right. Okay.
But in Kim's people's rebuttal,
Uh-huh.
is they basically saying like he's just fucking mad that he lost his family because he had a fucking porn addiction type shit. And then that had me thinking, why? You got Kim K in the house, man. Nigga, like what?
With 4 kids. So clearly, y'all, unless y'all some other. I mean, hey, look,
There's
man.
more. So.
Hey, look. One thing I will say, sometime, maybe she was getting them good. He was like, I don't got time for this. Let me just do something that I ain't got no yet. You know what I'm saying? So,
How do you marry the celebrity sex tape queen?
Like everybody, I was
nun?
like 13 or 14. When they get married? Not too long. When they first started dating, that shit was way back on like that on E and shit like
was
that.
Humphrey playing.
That was a long time ago. Maybe 2012. I was a young pup, and when he came with Kim on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, he was always like, "Yeah, it's my best friend. I love her." I was like, "Oh, this nigga tripping." This nigga
called it, bro.
And ever since then, fool.
And we not saying that she don't like deserve to be married or none of that goofy shit. We just saying if you can't handle that shit, nigga, you probably shouldn't get yourself into no shit like that. Like
for sure. You know, but you don't know what you can handle till you jump in that water.
Yeah.
And
he drowned. Not my nigga.
Man, CP3 is innocent.
There's no evidence of that.
Yeah, it ain't like the Good Morning America shit. Ain't no proof.
So I got
everything Kanye said this week, and we're gonna chalk up that he tripping.
I got an interesting take on that Good Morning America shit.
Get him out of here. Jerry's lunch.
On what?
The Good Morning America.
Oh yeah. We got any more Kanye shit before we get to that?
Nah. I was going to get the LeBron shit out of the way real quick, but because we were talking about it earlier with the Kanye shit. But now we go and get to the Good Morning America. That segue into this. I don't know these people. I don't watch Good Morning America. I do catching the news, and it's funny to me because I do be seeing them on the news. And I ain't never seen nothing shady going on, obviously.
Of course.
Like most people, obviously.
And news people are always like friendly, so I don't think.
Yeah, Paul. Thanks, Diane. We're segue today.
What's these people name?
It's a black man and a white man.
Somebody.
White lady.
Yeah, basically.
Black man, white man.
White lady.
But it says that they yeah, it's a black man, white man that be on the news.
They both married.
Yeah.
Apparently, the wife cheated on somebody to get with the dude that she with now, and now playing grandpas with this nigga.
But they said they've been separated though since August.
Oh, and they marriages. I don't know none of that.
Not both of them.
All I want to know.
I know that the dude was separated because he, they got the picture of him smacking her butt and all. I'm like, they wild.
Oh, so they said he's single and shit.
Yeah, that's how they carry. They said they've been separated.
All
All
I want to
partners.
know is where he got his sweatsuit from. That shit was busting. That shit was fire.
Look, man, when you got
I need
kind of connections,
bro.
probably got it from.
I think it was Nike, but I don't know. I need that.
I'm never surprised with shit like this, bro. Like, you spend however many percent of your day at work, they probably even fucking earlier type shit. Like, it's gonna be friendships and shit might go.
It's no different than the filmmaking. You doing that. A lot of them people end up dating.
Yeah,
because
like around each other.
You got that kind of passion on.
And you actually develop chemistry.
Yeah,
it's like being a coworker, having a work boo and all that shit. But you just develop a certain chemistry.
For sure.
That's why you gotta go into her job as soon as y'all make it official. Beat up her favorite nigga in there. Establish
the reason you don't is because karma always works out. You don't fuck your coworkers because when y'all start beefing,
somebody got quit. I can tell somebody.
It's
So
for sure.
You don't
but
need
it's
to
like,
worry about that.
The one thing I would say about dating a coworker and having a relationship with your coworkers is like, it's one of those things where it's like, because nowadays people don't go out and like date.
Yeah.
So it's like the only way that you really get to know somebody is somebody you talk to somebody that you work with, or you met them in passing, or Instagram. Like, I know somebody. It ain't no. I'm just going to the club and I find this person. It's like, how you doing?
That's a purpose.
Or we at the library and it's like, how you doing? Oh, wait, we got the same book. It ain't none of that shit no more. It ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, just So
I can meet somebody on Instagram and have a pop quiz about each other.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
You feel me?
But yeah, man, leave people the fuck alone, bro.
Work at work. That's all.
Look, I hope nobody ever feels the need to hire a private investigator to fucking follow me, bro.
Nah.
That nigga had that motherfucking camera clicking.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
he was like,
do that shit. You just get what you're looking for.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you waste your money.
I'm not doing that for nobody, but I'm not gonna marry somebody I gotta do that for.
Don't let her husband stop you from meeting your soulmate.
I gotta hire a private investigator.
It's like, let your boyfriend start you find your husband, let your husband start you find your soulmate.
I mean, y'all always say I'm single till we married.
But that's crazy.
You know what I'm surprised I didn't see a lot of, though? The typical, like, this nigga done cheated with a white bitch. I didn't see a lot of that.
Nah, because he get Braxton. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you literally expect
no shit.
He
get Braxton. You know what I'm saying? Got the eye. Matter of fact, I think he came to my middle school one year. I know exactly who that is. Nah, but for sure. For sure, man. You don't get.
Yeah. Shawty was busting in the sweatsuit, but he's a fat ass white.
He's giving more Kyle than DeAndre. So.
Did you see them put the clip of Ghost and Shawty running around the pole talking about that was them?
Oh man.
Yeah, they crazy.
Black man, bro. What's up with y'all getting caught?
Yeah, that's tough. But you just bought out meeting people in the club.
Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had Glorilla on Instagram, and she went on the Breakfast Club and said,
"Yeah,
you can't find love in a club," type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to get y'all opinions on that.
I fuck with Glorilla. She been saying a lot of real shit.
You can't.
No,
I'm gonna say this.
No,
she been saying a lot of real shit,
bruh.
What?
She just said that she gotta stop eating fucking pork because bacon because she ain't know it was pork.
All right, cool. She didn't know it was pork. She saying she didn't know.
She don't eat pork. She
didn't know it was pork.
How the hell?
Listen, bro. You're not listening.
Nigga, that's how. Shut up.
Right, Memphis school system. Simple.
I love her to death. But come on.
No. What she said. Go back. What was the point you just said?
She said, "You can't find love in the club."
Yeah, you can't find love in the club, bro. I'm not gonna say I 100% agree. For somebody that's 21, 22, 23 years old that's thinking like that, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's not the ideal place. I say that.
Yeah, you can find somebody you vibe with, but honestly, if you date somebody that always wants to go out,
a nigga like me, I hate going out. If I'm in the club, I'm having a good time, but I really want to go home type shit.
You know what I'm saying?
So if I meet somebody in the club that's having a great time, like this is what they do.
Facts.
You probably not gonna mesh.
Facts.
Like you going out
unless she cool with me being home and I'm cool with her going out.
Yeah.
Cause like you just said, I'm definitely the type of person. I don't like going out to the club every time.
That definitely segues to what I was gonna say. At the end of the day, whether it's the club, church, Wendy's, Popeyes, or elementary school, wherever it say you meet at the park. Get in the initial. How you doing? This is what it is. Let me get your number. That's the job interview, right? That's before the job. That's applying for the application. The job interview is however long y'all, how many ever date, because it's like you still gotta, regardless of where you meet them, you gotta connect. You gotta figure that out. Like you said, she going to the club all the time. I'm chilling. That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So unless shit you cool with, you know. Cause you gotta know yourself too. You gotta really know what it is that you.
Cause some people not listen. Some people, a lot of women are loyal. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
If she like a DJ or something, and Slim just gonna go get her money, and then she gonna come back home and you up playing the game or some shit.
Yeah,
that'll work out.
So how y'all feel about y'all girl buying y'all like y'all like a nigga buying y'all girl a drink or something like that? If she out with her friends or some shit like that.
Nah, see,
I'm gonna lay the shit out. I'm gonna make this decision up to you.
For sure.
Cause I'm gonna be like, look, no niggas send drinks and they expect shit. Every nigga ain't mature. Every nigga ain't
just flirting.
So just know that this can start some shit.
All I'm gonna say,
but you know, dude,
I'm be real with you. If you in a relationship,
you both.
You in a relationship, right? And the dude send your girl a drink. It come down to you. Your maturity level. Are you there? You there?
Nah, that's not there. You know how like I wasn't even assuming. I was already saying, she out with her girl and shit like that. Hell no, nigga.
First of all, if she out with her girls,
that shit at the same time.
Yeah, gotta go.
That's disrespectful.
Hey, listen. If she out with her girls, I'm not gonna expect somebody to be trying because they probably all looking good and shit. You should expect that. You really should be. It's like on her. Like, is that gonna get a nigga your number? Like,
a lot of women say, "Well, I mean, I ain't had to spend my money." Which is,
I ain't mad at that.
Or your money.
You got her a free shot before she left the club. She come home to me and shit. Like,
what I say is, because I dated somebody who was like real big in the club, and I'm not really that thing. You know, it was one of those things. Was like, well, I wasn't tripping. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is that if I'm there,
it's disrespect. Yeah,
but it's disrespect. But the person that I am now, I wouldn't even care. Because at the end of the day, if she with me and the nigga buy her a drink and I don't got to, and then we continue doing what we doing.
If she with me, it's different. It's disrespect.
That's disrespect.
Well, no, but it's only disrespectful like if he come up to her like, how you doing, Kyle? That's different. But if he just be like, bartender, this is like, send it over.
I'm not gonna hold you. You sitting at the bar with your shorty.
Yeah.
Y'all chilling, y'all up with each other a little bit.
I'm gonna be like, appreciate that, bro.
Because honestly, I don't know what I would do.
I would like to think I'd be like, appreciate that, bro.
You sitting there, hit me out. Right, but y'all just sitting there at the bar.
Yeah.
Good little vibe going, it's cool. You feeling her and shit. First, actually, it ain't even your girl yet. Damn.
See, I was talking about your girl. Yeah, ain't no way. No random jank.
Your first date. I was talking about first date. You trying to get to know y'all that nigga.
Okay.
That threw me off too. But that's your girl, like you said. We're gonna leave it at your girl. So you chilling at the bar with your girl and shit, and motherfucker like, yeah, bartender, go send a drink over to her. Just her.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah. I wouldn't even think you was gonna buy it.
Motherfuckers, they done bought both of us drinks.
For sure.
I ain't go. You know what I'm saying? So
they some swinger shit.
Bro, some cool shit. You know what I'm saying? You just boom. We lit, they trying, you know what I'm saying, up the vibe. Like boom.
That shit is crazy.
I'm cool with that shit. If they just sent her one off some like, you know what I'm saying?
Skill.
Slide over here.
But I think also you gotta, the way you act kind of is based on knowing your girl. Like if your girl is the kind of like geek over stuff like that, or she gonna make it a thing, or she gonna tell her, because you know some girls be like, girl, why this dude bought me a drink, blah blah blah. When I was over sudden, you know they make it a thing. Like you got some women, they just take it and then they be like. But like we were saying, they won't even pay no attention. You know,
they play it. They
ain't thinking about it.
I mean, real with you. That's the girl you want to be your girl.
For sure.
So you get a shot from a nigga, and she like, baby.
For sure.
That's a bag.
You know what I'm saying?
About to go fuck her in the car.
Now I wasn't always at that level of maturity. You know what I'm saying? Hell nah. I'd be like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? But nowadays, I'm like.
You gotta think. It's really come down to her loyalty.
That's cool. Less money we gotta spend. On the code. We spend money on our kid or something.
That's a test, bro. Because if she gonna go for that, to let you know that's not somebody you want. Because when you're not around, she's gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's a test in itself. You got sometimes as a dude, as a man, you got that shit play out and just really take the notes.
And that's why you can't always act on the initial emotion because you'll cut it off. But let her play it out. Let's see how it goes.
You will really do that? Okay.
For sure.
Like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Interesting.
Cause now you know, damn, my feelings shouldn't even be all tied into shorty. Cause the minute I don't buy her a drink, another nigga is. You know what I'm saying?
She already. So
So what, you just gonna be upset and crying about it, mad, or you gonna go get you a shorty that's loyal?
You can go remix a Music Soul Child song or something. You know, it's just,
at
this point, shoot.
You crying in the rain.
I think still eat leftovers.
Fuck no.
Like in general?
It's literally 8 days later after leftovers.
Hey, I thought you meant like, do people eat Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
It's December.
Damn.
No, I'm it's no shame. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I got a family member, and she made her plate on Thanksgiving, and she said, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and it's gonna last me the rest of the week.
I swear I heard that
said,
the rest of the week, all right. Rest of the week.
No. Listen. That's I mean like not like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So first of all,
she mean like the following.
No,
week.
I mean like it's gonna last her a week. Cause she eats small, she eat a little, she eat a little bit, but it's frozen. You know, everybody frozen. Yeah. Nah, hell nah, bruh. Cause the fact of knowing that this was made last Thursday.
7 days ago.
Yeah.
8 days ago now. Shit, when this episode come on 9 days ago.
Cause even heated, I'm gonna be looking at it like, oh nah.
Yeah. I
know.
Do cheese last this long?
Hopefully she finished that off.
Cause I know.
If you got an air fryer though.
Alright, so yeah.
Hopefully she finished that off. No air fryers don't kill germs, nigga. Kill bats. It might, but it don't work the same. It's not what you think, nigga.
You can dehydrate.
That shit crazy.
Hey, real funny, man.
Dog. Let's talk about LeBron, man.
Let's get to it.
What y'all think? Cause LeBron was sitting up there. A lot of people actually was criticizing LeBron because he was like, in a sense, criticizing Kyrie. He was speaking up on that.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta give LeBron credit on this because he took a chance when the media was trying to ask him certain things. He took a chance. But hold on, I got a question for y'all. Why y'all don't ask me about Jerry Jones? You know what I'm saying?
And I honestly didn't even think about this.
And it's crazy because the media froze. Like, they didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? They don't know why they ain't asked about Jerry Jones.
For sure. And what I'll say is, I saw an argument saying, well, we asked you about Kyrie because this is the NBA and it's a basketball player. But this is what I'll say. LeBron James is not...
they know he's a Cowboys fan, though, so...
But what I'll say at the same time, everybody knows that LeBron James is not, like, no shade, he's not Dennis Schroeder. He is the popular of popular when you want to talk about anything. They ask him about books. They ask him about what's going on with the shootings in Nebraska.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah. So you tell me it just slipped your mind asking about this controversy. You ask him about everything else.
When, like you said, you know he's a Cowboys fan. And he denounced the Cowboys a couple months ago.
And you know
Cleveland.
And you know this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
it's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice. You know, we don't want to talk about, you know. Yeah. But you know why I could. You know why.
We know why. Yeah. And on that, Jay Williams went on ESPN2, basically calling for Jerry Jones to denounce racism, like, publicly. You know, I seen people saying fucking Jerry Jones should have to do a list of shit like Kyrie had to do.
Man, should he? Fuck.
I'm not against neither one of them.
So
he gotta get every black person $1 million.
So you a Cowboys fan? How you feel?
So
man, he wild as shit. What you mean? I feel.
Oh, you a Dallas fan? I did not know that, bro.
Yeah,
so this is what did y'all see what Stephen A. Smith said?
Mm-hmm. What did he say?
Oh yeah, he took up for him.
Yeah, he took up for him, but I think it was one of those things where it's like
he took up for Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
what the fuck he said?
He's a great guy.
But see, this is my only thing about that is, bro, that was a minimum of 60 years ago, 65 years ago, a minimum of 60 years ago. So it's like, if you like 14, 15 years old, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all ain't never just did nothing because everybody else was doing. Y'all ain't never just.
I gotta pause you. If you gonna make Kyrie address a post about a movie that he didn't create, that's on Amazon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You're gonna make him go through punishment. A billionaire owners.
But that's my point though.
He should have to address why he was at a
even further point on that
integration protest.
It's not equal. People feel like it's not equal because when shit happens, like shit, Trayvon Martin, a teenager, 17, 16, they portray us in these situations as fucking adults. Mm-hmm. No matter how young we was, whatever mistakes we made, through 13 to 17, they hold that shit to us like y'all niggas knew what y'all
Nah,
was
for sure.
shit.
Even stuff that you do for years, it still be on your report. Like you like on your what's it called? I don't your record, your permanent record, right? So it's like I get it, but we gotta understand the difference between a player and a billionaire owner of a different league. You know what I'm saying? And then when you think about owners, period, Jerry Jones comes up in conversations not even just about sports. Like his owner, he's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
He's a celebrity owner, man.
And so
people know who he is.
And so what I'm saying is that Kyrie is great. He don't got the cachet that Jerry Jones got.
He had to do that shit because he worked for
he worked for somebody. Jerry Jones is the boss.
Because I was just about to say, the media, if you're the media, right, or if you're a person who's critical of the media, what LeBron is saying is, okay, you're going to ask Kyrie, or you're going to press Kyrie out.
Yeah.
Because remember another issue they had with Kyrie is that he wasn't trying to answer questions.
But also Adam Silver is Jewish.
But that's cool. But, okay. But if you're the media, because the NFL media works the same way as the NBA media. It's all ESPN, and then it breaks down from there. So the question, and we're all run by Disney. But the real question for real is, if you're going to press out this player about a post and shit, how do you not ask an owner of the team, at least, hey, how do you feel about this picture being released? How do you feel about
LeBron
do you still have these beliefs?
Like, of the media.
He probably, I don't think LeBron
don't
was
ask
saying,
me about my man.
but don't ask me about Jerry Jones. Yeah. But I think,
or even to ask Jerry Jones, that's what I'm thinking, but you know.
I think it's just because of the fact that it's like you said, even though the media is run the same, at the end of the day, Jerry Jones has a lot more power than Kyrie Irving has. Yeah. At the end of the day,
that's the truth of it.
That's like he got way more power, and then the fact is like Kyrie, he worked for somebody. Yeah. Jerry Jones.
And at the end of the day, if these reporters was to say something, who's to say Jerry Jones
could get them fired? He got the power to get them like, hey, we don't need that. I don't want this person in that locker room no more.
We're not excusing it.
But I'm saying is, should we be supporting that? No.
And I'm glad LeBron called that shit.
People pay hundreds of dollars to go to this man's games and support his man's organization. Jerry Jones. People pay $100 to support Jerry Jones' organizations, buy jerseys and all that. Yeah. He didn't even want your grandmother to go to school.
But
you know what I'm saying? So
I think it's just because of the fact that a lot of time, and then the fact that it's like a lot of people just now find out they're like, shit, at this point he didn't hire so many black people. He didn't do so much.
You gotta think about this too. I think that's the point he making too. The NBA and the NFL work different.
Way different.
The NBA get niggas the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Donald Sterling, get them the fuck out of there.
NFL works way different.
Right. But NFL, shit. We had what's the Commanders?
Dan Snyder.
Dan Snyder has years. Of
we know that this only came out because of Snyder. We know we're trying to get Snyder out of there. The point still being, remember I told you, when Snyder goes through this, we're gonna see dirt with other people.
Yeah,
this is the dirt. More of this is likely to come.
What I'm saying is, it's taking so much to even get them to say that they might want Dan Snyder out type shit. This like Jerry Jones got a history of like whatever, but that's really the most like egregious thing that we got on Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like a one strike thing. Like,
and his players like the players, even the black, they attest to him.
I just personally feel like as a person who employ a lot of African American personnel,
he might feel like that's his
making a lot of money, a lot of fans. I just feel like you should have to address it.
He came out and said something, but it wasn't. He ain't apologized. He ain't denounced racism like Jay Williams said.
You see what I'm saying? You could at least came out and said that was a very nasty time and my views have changed. You could at least say that.
He said something along them lines.
That's at least what I want to hear.
It was in like that white billionaire type of way type shit.
Like, that was a very disgusting time.
But you make a good point about the power.
At least.
About the power. Power is definitely the difference in that situation. Because Adam Silver has the power. Roger Goodell worked for the owners. So.
Alright, so let's get in this quick fuck shit. Let's see. Thanksgiving just passed. I seen a story. A lady wants to sue Velveeta, macaroni cheese, for the time on the box not being an accurate depiction of how long it takes to make this macaroni and cheese. And she wants $5 million.
Damn.
Well,
She was, hold on. Let me address this
For
first.
some Velveeta. She ain't make no brew, none of that shit.
It's the fact that you mad at directions don't match. So you feel like...
Hold on, so you meant to tell me she's suing these niggas and she mad at them because she can't cook?
I was just about to say, how you know she just can't cook? I was just about to fucking say.
So this motherfucker can't read this shit.
How we know Rad just can't cook?
Velveeta work for me every
So-
time. Like when I use Velveeta.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you though. Them joints, this is a big ass block of cheese. That shit does not melt on proper time.
Shit,
You just
like
nah.
a motherfucker.
It take me a little brick too. I ain't know you could sue for that shit though. I mean, I'm gonna join the lawsuit and shit.
You know what I'm saying? But it did take me 11 minutes, not 10.
No bullshit. They lie like a motherfucker.
First of all, you're waiting for the fucking water to boil most of the time.
for
Like,
sure. I don't
After
think
that,
you
it's
can,
so
though.
fucking easy. What's the whole
good point. Is the stove even working properly? Like, does it get hot enough? Like, that's a good point.
Oh, you're talking about like on the stove.
Yeah, so basically,
Was it done?
Yeah, she tried to make Velveeta. She's trying to sue because she's saying, say the directions take 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
say it took her 30 minutes. She's suing for $5 million, saying it didn't match.
So the thing about those kind of things, like, is on the boxes it'll say something, especially like when you microwave, it say like approximately or it'll say until noodles are soft. They say little things like that, or it'll say
Like, it
something
depends,
like depending on your microwave watts or stuff like that.
Now, I do be saying that your wattage might
But
be.
on the flip side, you know that lady got all that money from McDonald's because she spilled that stuff because the coffee label didn't have
That's
caution
different
high.
though. That's
So
different though. You got hurt because of it though.
No, I get it. But what I'm saying is that
You got coffee.
you knew it was hot, but because it didn't say it. So her argument is if it say it take 15 minutes and it take her 19, she like y'all lied. And then what happened is they'll settle. And then Velveeta come back and they'll put approximately or around the time.
I don't think they're gonna settle though, because an easy argument is that your wattage of the your stove, your cooktop, all that shit matters.
But you know when
if it's not hot enough,
but they be trying to settle these
15
things because you know once the word and stuff get out, you got some people that's like that's crazy, and you got other people that's like
I can do that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or you know you got.
I'm
people
joining a
that,
lawsuit tomorrow.
Nah,
you know,
for real.
then depends on what kind of lawyer she got. So
Everybody boiling Fabuloso. I wonder if it say do not boil Fabuloso. You know?
They do say warning on the joint though. At your own risk and shit. Nigga.
That's all.
That's all.
you signing a waiver when you buy it,
No
man.
bullshit. You get that for $1.35 a bottle. You know damn well your life is at risk, man.
You boiling that shit though. It don't say it. I don't know.
Do you even include the macaroni cook time? Like,
Nah.
because I feel like
It's just
it
the cheese.
should just stop till you.
Nah, because
put
the
pan.
noodles got their own
That's
instructions.
Yeah, you know, they got their own instructions. Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't no compound thing together. They know.
All right, so speaking of big money, New York, you know they got a rat problem. Fucking rats everywhere. They are offering people jobs for $100,000 a year, trying to crack. They like starting a war on rats type shit.
You know what? That's the first war on something that I agree with. Like, that's the first one.
It might
like,
be some years too late, but I feel it.
That's the first war on something. That's the cool. All right, you know what I'm saying?
I said they just released like 1 million snakes.
So
I know. Fuck what? Fuck no. I stay the fuck out of New York.
I don't get it.
Hell no.
I don't
Why
get
do
it.
you think it's Ghostbusters?
Right with though.
It'll work.
I don't get it though.
Why you don't just do cats or some shit? Big ass cats.
What is the criteria to get this money? Like,
Well,
Be an exterminator.
no. What I'm saying, like, but okay, do you
It's like government.
do you have a quota how many rats you got to kill or something? Like, cause it's like if you just run around just looking all day,
Throwing bombs and buildings.
That's what's going on.
and them joints populate fast as hell. You know what I'm saying? You know they say you see one this probably
I
so
feel like it's like professional exterminators type shit. Like,
Yeah, for
they
sure.
get like government grants to do
Yeah,
this
for
shit
sure.
type
Had to
shit.
be.
I don't know how many people you gotta have to
You
clean New York of fucking
like,
rats.
yeah, this not called an organ.
That
That's a
shit,
lot of
man.
fucking. That might be like a couple billion worth of people.
That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
lot of
So
fucking rats, nigga.
Yeah, they gonna run up a pretty little bit.
Like, you really gotta drop bombs and shit, and there's still gonna be something left. You gotta do it 3-4 times. Like, that shit gonna be crazy.
you had to shut down the city.
tunnels, fucking
Tunnels,
all that
all
shit.
that shit.
You got to cut the grass. You got to keep the grass cut. It's so many things that determine that.
Like, it's so many. It's gonna be floods of them joints running out onto the street. Like,
Oh my lord!
Like, that shit
Stay
is
out of
not-
New York.
this entire room could be filled.
You think they'll
Dog.
attack?
Ceiling the floor with rats, and it wouldn't even be
rats
1%
will bite
of
the
New
shit out
York.
your ass.
For real, you think they'll attack? Rats.
They being attacked, I'm sure.
They bite your ass.
They bite.
That's why they.
If you fall down, they'll nibble a vein or some shit. They can kill your ass. No bullshit.
Then they got a lot of infections.
Yeah, infections, all that shit.
Oh man, New York about to get the plague.
Oh shit. Rat pox.
Y'all saying in San Francisco they about to start deploying them robots with the guns?
Excuse me?
Every day I tell myself, like,
Shit getting crazy.
Yeah, I'm standing out of
Like
San Francisco.
yeah, and that's crazy. What is lethal force? What is the force?
To me, that's one of the worst ideas ever.
We like drop kicking
like
robot.
Yeah, to me, that's one of the creating a robot and giving it the authority to kill someone is one of the worst ideas
I've ever heard about.
Because first
we
of all,
seen this in Terminator.
Even if we ignore like the AI shit, right? Then you're giving somebody control of this motherfucker. So now we just at the mercy of whoever the fuck piloting these stupid ass robots.
Literally, one of the to give that the authority. Like, you don't even give people the authority to carry a weapon. You would give a robot the authority to smoke motherfuckers? Like,
that nigga gonna learn on his own and shit. He gonna go rogue.
That's really what it is, though. That's crazy.
Let's see how that
fuck
goes.
that.
And why there? Is that because it's
San Francisco?
Is
why
it
specifically?
is it because I mean it could be a lot of reasons. You know what I'm saying? They have a big population of money. Yeah, they make a lot of money.
That's where all the tech shit.
All the tech stuff is there. You know,
so it kind of makes sense, but
that's just wild in general.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway,
imagine walking down the street and you just see a fucking RoboCop and shit like.
He's like,
boy, I'd be
looking up and down like you got a threat, analyzing your threat.
He could detect some shit on you, like you know what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. It's not hell no. Fuck,
I'm good.
He like drop the weapon.
Hey,
what weapon? X-ray.
Oh, that robot. Why would you give a robot like? Y'all play Detroit?
Yeah,
that's my game. But it's like every time I play it, I just be like, that's different. Once they pull that thing out and they start being like, you know, that's what I want to do. It's like, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So
yeah. Matter of fact, yep, them just for that joint flash up on those guns. Yeah, about to smoke your shit. Yeah, nah, nigga. The fuck?
Just because you jaywalked or some shit.
You try to go to 7-Eleven. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn.
Not wait for the walk signal. Put your hands up.
We already got. We haven't even fixed police killings. Can we not start robo killings next? Bro. Like,
because we can't even fight them motherfuckers back.
Oh,
fuck! Shoot that bitch pop right back up.
And then all they gonna do? Never mind. It's gonna charge you with.
And that shit probably got like fucking Call of Duty hack aim or some shit, bro.
We about to. It's crazy. We all about to start moving into the world where like all the movies where you got a whole bunch of geniuses and they making little gadgets and gadgets. We about to move towards that, bro.
Speaking of evil genius, Elon say that Neuralink shit coming in the next year and a half.
I ain't fucking with that shit. Anybody fucking with that shit to me, you crazy.
It's crazy.
You're crazy.
About to let them niggas put a chip in
your brain. Like, oh, you're crazy as shit. Crazy as shit.
I gotta do it though. Somebody do it. I need to see what it's like. So somebody be the guinea pig, bro. I know you.
No, we need you, bro. I don't way you, man.
You realize let alone they can control your ass or push it in your head. That joint could just simply blow up.
Yeah, overheat.
It could simply just boom one day, like.
Cause you do got other organs in your body, like other things, everything else you was born with. You know, like they don't know how that's gonna affect.
Like
you know what I'm saying? Like if you got high blood pressure or anything, what happened if you hit your head too hard or you know?
Yeah, just scramble the whole shit.
You get in a fist fight or something.
Is it firm?
Car accident, boom! Like what the fuck?
Is it
you just sit down and shit,
or is it on the outside of your skull type?
Like Uzi with the thing?
Yeah, you fucking vision out there and shit.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Radar and shit.
Yeah, pick a little.
That's wild.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
People just want to be too much into. Let's test the boundaries.
I'm with the future, but I'm with like advancement, but that's not
do the important shit.
Yeah,
we still, bro.
Let's cure cancer, bro. What are you on, bro?
It's so much more simple shit. We still got gas cars. Can we get that underway?
Exactly.
Like, can we get that fixed first?
The small shit, bro. Let's get everybody clean water. Let's get some food out here. Like, what the fuck is going on? Let's build some buildings for the homeless.
Can we make efficient and healthy food instead of processed cancerous food? Can we do simple things like that first? Can we fix the education system?
Nah, let's clone baby ducks and create dinosaurs.
Shit, snakes, robot bodies.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on? These are the geniuses of the world.
See, they just playing puppeteer, puppet master.
Let's go to space.
Somebody in
we already
control
got
and then let
master.
certain things come up. That's what that is. That shit is crazy.
That's cool.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to go off that.
I did not know that.
Well, DC passed the bill to make DC.
Yeah, I did not know that.
They didn't pass the bill yet, but somebody they like announcing that they're trying to push it through type shit.
Okay.
Yeah, buses in DC would basically be free. Get on the shit, right?
That's positive. Okay, that's I think it's needed.
I'm black. It's always been free.
Nah, bus drivers don't play. You can get that shit off on the train. Them bus drivers
They be on your ass.
Yeah. Unless they see you and they know
They know, they seen you. Or they not gonna let, like, yeah. It's all, yeah, you know how it go.
Or you can sneak on the back door type shit. That's the only
Back door.
It's always gonna be somebody get over the back door.
We talked about Glorilla.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't talk about the
Finding
50.
love in the club.
We didn't talk about the 50-50 joint though.
I was about to go there next. That was the bullshit Twitter discussion.
What's up
of
with
the
that?
week.
Alright, so we should have said it right into it. But like when I said Gorillas came out, she was saying some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is my real thing. I agree with her with, fool, because she said basically she thinks that, you know, a man and a woman, they married, they should go 50-50. They should split the bills, you know, they should work together. Bruh, most people should agree with that. Why? Because the world we specifically live in, we all know it's fucking crazy levels of stress. If you able to get money when you living stress-free, more blessings to you. But if you are a normal person and you gotta work a normal job, it is much more beneficial to split this shit with a partner and then y'all ease y'all level of stress.
I feel like people take the 50-50 shit too literal. Like
That too.
50-50 don't always mean like, oh, the bill
Straight down.
3,000, we gonna go 1,500.
Yeah,
It ain't always
nah.
that. It's
Yeah.
maybe I might pay all the bills, but I know that my partner, if I fall, I can look to her to be like,
She not gonna just look at you like, nigga, it's supposed to be on you. Like,
Yeah.
nah, she been stacking too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's more so the 50-50 people.
I'm somebody, I'll say this, okay? I'm a person, I grew up with two parents, right? Just personal experience, they didn't say, all right, you gotta pay all this and I'ma just not do nothing, or I'ma just hold all mine. Nah, nigga, I'm gonna play this and then you gonna pay this and then we gonna split this and I'll be gonna knock down this and that shit is the most logical, healthy way to do it.
And
You know
I
what I'm
think,
saying?
but I'll say that your viewpoint is based on your upbringing as well. Because, you know, I mean, I agree with you, you know, even though I didn't live with both my parents in the home, but we live in a society where women have an opinion on, like, women are saying stuff like, as a man, you should, how you know? You're not a man. But what do you know?
Right.
But on the flip side,
I'm
you
laughing,
got,
but nah.
but you know, like, how do you know?
Yeah.
You don't have a father or a grandfather. You don't know. You know. But on the flip side, you got women that are saying men that are saying the same thing. Like, as a woman, you should. How you know?
How you know?
You don't know what they got to do with the childbirth. You don't know what they got to do with the menstrual cycle.
I can
with
never
the,
say as a woman I would.
you know, because I'm real big on, you know, let's call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they go through a lot of stuff. Like, to me, it's crazy that they got to pay for like tampon stuff like that when they didn't ask to bleed, you know, like, so that kind of stuff. So it's like, but I'm saying we got too much people trying to tell everybody how to do what they got to do. I agree with you. 50-50 don't mean that we split it in half. But it's like, you know, when I was in the hospital the whole time, you know, I wasn't working, you know.
So she picked up the weight.
She paid everything, you know what I'm saying? 2 car notes. And we got a newborn. All
that's
that.
50-50 though. That's what he said.
That's what he's saying.
That's being a partner.
That's a partner.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Too many people want somebody to take care of them. They want somebody that they can do this or do that, or like to help them get themselves together.
Right.
But it's like, when you choose a partner is not
Y'all supposed to both be whole.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
if you're not whole, you still working to become whole.
But you're doing it together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because it kind of segue to how, you know how men and women say stuff like, women say like, I always want to be around the guys because I can't get along with girls and this and that. And you see the difference between how women act towards women and how men act towards men. It's like, you more likely to be like, oh yeah, bro, I got you. It ain't no thing, you know what I'm saying? Versus where And that's it, because you understand as a man.
Yeah, it's a level of stress out
that
here.
you understand. It's not that.
I don't gotta add to it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But at the same time, a girl gonna be like, why you do this or why you do that? Or girl, guess why I had to, you know, like, we don't care.
Yeah, fuck.
You know what I'm saying? So
she's still wearing my shit.
Yeah, she don't care. You know, that's different.
Yeah.
You know, so it's one of those kind of things, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I definitely agree with that. You know? Do it work for your relationship.
Yeah, it's definitely case by case, because if you're a young female, you're pretty, and you might not, say you don't have a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? You might not have worked on certain things. Sure. Yeah, no, but if you happen to be dating somebody and they well off, I'm not telling you, all right, now you gotta go get a job and match this nigga. Nah, I mean, that's your lifestyle.
But don't match them. But it's like, at the same time,
you should be wanting to grow to.
Don't be a burden. Yeah. Like, don't be a burden.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. That's like, it's more so you should never get to the point where if this nigga decide, bro, I'm never feeding her again.
That you fucked up.
You never gonna eat shorty. Like, it should never get to that.
Wait till you come up off another.
Yeah, because you don't never know what can happen. At the same time, you shouldn't want that. You should want to have to know some kind of knowledge or something. You know, so definitely.
And you shouldn't want to go into a well-off situation not learning shit. Like,
yeah. Cause you come out and you don't know nothing.
That's something I respected about
you drop the ball.
Hey, look, I want to say it was Kim Porter, but I know it was one of Diddy. I think it was Diddy's wife, so I'm gonna say it was her. But she had like an interview or a show she was on way back, and she was just like, "Yeah, you don't date a man like that and not learn nothing." Like, shouldn't. And I respected that. I was like a teenager when I first heard her say that shit, but that's some real shit. You don't date somebody that know how to get money, that know how to do shit, and you don't learn nothing. Like,
just go along for the ride.
That shit, you tripping. And that's male or female. Cause that's why I like dating women who kind of like on their shit. They know how to do certain things. I'm learning from her too. She know how to file certain taxes. She know how to create a EIN number. She know how to file an LLC. I don't know how to do that. Well, I can learn.
You can learn, yeah.
You can learn.
And I think a lot of that is just because people, they don't realize how much little stuff is significant until it's time to be significant. You know, a lot of people don't even know where they birth certificate at. Right. You know, mom got it somewhere. You know, so you gotta. So I feel that.
Definitely case by case with that. It's just more the social media point. I think it's just if you're a normal person, like if you know you're let's say you're a nurse or you're working at a grocery store, you're just a normal person. You know what I'm saying? You're a normal citizen out this jump. You can't expect your boyfriend who's also a normal person, maybe a metro driver, a CVS employee, whatever it may be. How do you expect this nigga to carry all the bills when you knowing even in the cheapest parts the shit is 1,000 to 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500. You know what I'm saying?
Try and get ends together for his own
and at the
shit
same time, if this is your partner,
you expect that logically.
If this is your partner, you gotta know what it is that your partner want or need for real. Because look at it this way: say I am the manager of, I'm the manager at Giant, and I'm the best manager at Giant, but my shorty, my girl, she work for the government. She make 4 or 5 times what I make. It's like, but she knew that when she got with me, and she knew that she knew I love my job. She knew I was good at my job. It's not like I just be chilling. She just make more. You know what I'm saying? But it's like if we on the same page and we still doing what we gotta do.
Yeah, she really
so she go. It don't matter. So and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like if I meet you where you at, I'm not gonna say, well, you got this amount of time to get to where I'm at or it's over. Especially if you really doing something. You know what I'm saying?
But that's to me. Because to me, when it get to that point, when you telling your partner, all right, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got it, you know what I'm saying, so you got to work hard to get it, or I'm not fucking with you. A lot of people do that shit now, and it's like, that's not what the relationship supposed to be about. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to be, all right, I really like being with you, you like being with me, we're going to build a life together, and we just working on our own personal shit.
Yeah. Now you can
support each other along the way.
Yeah, you can say certain stuff that you prefer or stuff that you really want in a person, that person can't beat you. Motivate, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time, don't demand certain things. You can do whatever you want, but you have to understand what come with that. You know, some people gonna be like, "Dang, I really don't want to lose this person." Some people like, "Man, I ain't ready for that yet."
Or they do that shit, and at the end of the tunnel, they like, "You ain't appreciating about what I did."
Yeah, for sure.
And then now motherfuckers feel like, "Oh, he used me to come up."
There's a timing for everything. So you might be pressing somebody to do something, and even if they do it, it just might be the wrong time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like God has his own time, and so if this person's working towards something, you pressing it right now, it don't happen. So you leave them, you like, "Fuck them, they ain't doing shit," and then they get it 2 years later. Nigga, sure. It wasn't the right time.
And I get that a lot. A lot of times people are so results driven. They don't understand all the underground work that go into actually get. Like you do realize in order to get to like sea level, there is a sea. So you got to kind of get up there first, but you got to go through that, just to get to So you gotta. People don't see that underground work. They wait for you to jump out and be like, surprise. So it's like you got to be mindful of that. So definitely.
Yeah, that's a good topic right there.
More quick shit. Nike suing like custom shoe company. People like take the one silhouette, throw their own logo on it, and they own spin to it. Nike send lawsuits out to niggas.
Yeah.
Expected.
Couple people
niggas getting too much money off this shit. That's what that boy does.
Yeah, they ain't doing the Shaq though.
Shaq did.
You remember those Shaqs? They used to look like Air Forces and shit like that.
But see,
yeah, but they was like, these joints is like exact copy. Like, I got a pair that's like from a different brand that they took the whole one silhouette and threw like instead of a Nike check, it's a thumb, like a thumbs up type shit.
Yeah, that's why the John got whatever his name is, he getting sued. It's like it's one of those things where it's like you can have the shoe, but you gotta change something.
Yeah,
that's why.
It's like
it's a different shoe.
It, like even if you just change like the bottom, raise it up a little bit, you change the way that just you can't have a swoosh.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah,
you can have like a Falcon or something, but you cannot have the swoosh. Right, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta be honest. Some of them joints I would see them like that was, but they not one like you said. So.
And it's like they probably feel like, and they trying to do like they exclusive shit.
Yeah.
Like you niggas doing that. If you can't get them ones, I can get
these custom joints. Yeah.
And they feel like they missing out on something there. I mean, Nike going Nike.
Yeah, Nike going Nike for sure.
They pick and choose.
And they you gotta think it's business, so they gotta if you make it if I create a brand
for sure,
you're gonna make money off a copy of my brand. I need a chunk of that. Cause that's what I made my brand for people to come spend my money over here.
And that's why having your business together is so tight. Whether it's your name, your logo, whatever it is.
That's like if somebody take our logo, throw hats on the motherfucker. Yeah, like nah, it's our shit.
They get all y'all white hats.
And, what's that shit called? Cease and desist and invoice, real quick.
And that's usually the steps.
Yeah, for sure. Then they like, nah, I'm good. So
usually you take your money and run off the cease and desist, but sometimes you get a little greedy.
Yeah. Go run.
Did y'all see this Drew Brees shit? Drew Brees got into a little...
I saw it, but then I read it and it was like, well, no. So I was like...
So supposedly Drew Brees is supposed to be doing this commercial for like a sports book. They say it's like, we had a secret location filming this thing, and it's like mad thunderstorms in the back. Why? Camera pans over, and fucking Drew Brees gets struck by lightning. Like, it looked real as shit.
It's a commercial?
It looked like they shooting it. And like it's raining like shit, thundering, and then fucking lightning, and it looked like he gets struck by fucking lightning.
What the fuck?
Whole time, this is the whole marketing campaign. Part of they doing lightning bets and shit, like they version of Boost.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it's crazy how you take it and they just rub it.
Brees was about to die.
I was like somebody else, Mo. I was like, dang, bro. But then I seen a picture of him in the tour bus with the electric look. Like, this ain't all crazy.
Like, that's a wild marketing campaign.
I know you was over there crying.
I gotta see that.
That's my quarterback.
I seen it, I seen it like backwards type shit. That shit was crazy.
I ain't seen it.
Damn. Wild.
You said it looked real as shit though.
It looked real.
Yeah,
when you first seen it, bro.
Yeah, it did.
That's all right, though, lightning, but hey, have y'all been winning on them shits?
I've been getting so fucking. I'd be missing about one, brother.
My shit be getting.
I need that.
Yeah, I just that is. I won a couple times this morning. I just what I do is I do a lot of live change. But what I do is I don't do that because I'm here. But I used to. Some people they do like player props or same games. I'm really more so. I bet on the sports that I actually know. Yeah. And I know what's going on. Yeah. And if I want to, then if I learn about it. But to me. Betting live is the same thing as like doing stocks, live trading and stuff like that. Because basically you kind of just looking to see what the dip is. So, and or if you watching it, and it's basically the same thing, So I do a lot of over unders. I wait to the fourth quarter, so it's about 6-7 minutes left, and I look at how they doing it. And I do it like that. That's like my little situation. So
you be hitting on it?
Yeah. It's cool.
Okay.
And
I call myself in a situation like that. Like yesterday or the day before, I was like at the end of the game. I'm I have to go over this, under this, and it was the first time really playing it like that. At the end of the game, I don't usually play the live bets like that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not really a big live bet, but I wasn't.
Usually
but
the good shit be locked by that.
Yeah, be locked. Yeah, because I'm not betting on no minus 46,000. Actually, is it? I know the game's going to that.
They on right now. I just looked at the time like shit. I'm
They just
late. I just looked at the time.
We almost done. So yeah, California. We've been keeping updates on the reparation task force, and apparently they came to a number. I believe this is only for California residents that they did like numbers and shit. But this has been the thought is that this could be used in other places to tally how much people would get in reparations, like black people type shit. And I believe the number that they came up with was, it broke down to around 220,000 per person.
What?
Fuck no.
Nah, hell no. Revote.
That's close to that 300,000.
Man, if this is deal or no deal, nigga. Nah, fuck this dealer. Come on. Don't act like this.
All right, listen.
I need about $1 million,
I'm gonna say something, right? This
not per household, per person.
Per person.
But my household stingy.
But you get $200,000.
I need a little bit more than that, bro. I'm sorry. My ancestors really went through it.
Yeah, I feel that's a low ball, bro.
Yeah, that definitely is a low ball.
This is
Interesting.
Yeah, what I would say is first of all, it has to be tax exempt for sure.
For sure.
For fucking sure.
I also don't feel like black people should pay taxes, honestly. I mean, I don't want to
at all.
I don't feel like...
Or Native people.
Yeah, I don't like... Yeah, the term Native American is so disrespectful to me. But I would say we shouldn't have to pay taxes. I don't feel like we should have to pay taxes or Native Americans have to pay taxes. And I also feel like if you're going to give us that, it needs to be tax exempt. I would actually raise it up a little bit more because if you think about it this way, right? Only people that are making like $100,000 and some $1,000 are like government employees and things like that, and those kind of professions, or even like that's people have like their own business, and that's a year's worth. You know what I'm saying? So if I work at Checkers and I'm making like $30,000 a year, I mean that's whatever you're making. It's like when you break it down by the year,
that's only like.
And then think about it this way: you was if say you as a slave, quote unquote, it's like. You have to actually think about how much they was probably doing an hour, how much they was bringing in per hour as far as like for their master. You got to take all that. There's no way in the world you came up with $200,000 a person. Because translate $200,000 a person to us all being a slave. So replace them with us, and that's how you should really do it.
My argument always is that's just for slavery. To me, Jim Crow, segregation, all of that should be played a factor in this. Because after slavery, they intentionally chopped down everything we tried to build. All of that shit should be included in reparations, or at the very least should be another level of reparations.
I'm just saying, people winning the lottery for more than that, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
people are definitely lottery is $1 billion. I'm not saying every person should get $1 billion, but if we ain't talking $500K and up, I don't even think we should.
But if we're giving Ukraine
trillions and billions,
when I got the light.
We got the money.
They got
the money, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, give me a good $2 million taxes up. I might shut up. But I'm gonna come back for some more too, though.
It gotta be taxes up. Like he said,
gotta be. And that's really the main thing, because it gotta be enough that motherfuckers can't come back type shit. Like,
oh no, I'm coming back.
Or it gotta be
like ask for more type shit.
It has to be enough to last. Like
I got two stimulus.
My point I was about to make earlier, right? We've been talking a lot about the Jewish community. That's something that like they didn't get full reparations for what they for what they went through, but they were like large payouts. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
that also didn't happen here.
It didn't happen here, right? That definitely wasn't this. Cause it wasn't our country. It didn't happen over here. So. But to be honest, that's the type of shit we need to be looking for.
It should be the bread, it should be some type of housing.
Be some land.
But look, when we talk about what that community went to, how we can't criticize them, right? We got to talk about the whole broad scale. They've also went through that complete process of they went through the suffering, and they've also got their retribution, too. Mm-hmm. They're in their positions of power now. You know what I'm saying? So, in a sense, that's what we asking for. It's
just the opportunity.
Looking for our retribution.
Yeah, but but the difference is you're talking Jews, like I said before, they know that's not a race. So you asking black people what is a black person?
I feel like if you could trace your roots to, if you over here, you could trace your roots to fucking Africa, and you can prove that. Like, it's records for everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
he brought up a good point that to me is always a flaw in history that everybody skip over, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Whew, it's supposed to be based on race, but that's not.
You know,
that's a religion.
Now everybody gonna want to be black.
It gotta be some type of
stipulation or something. You know.
But yeah, we gotta get up out of here, man. We gonna touch on the Balenciaga shit next week.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to see how that play out more.
Balenciaga supposedly capped it, but whatever.
We shall see. It's the motherfucking Good Guys podcast, man. Thank you for having John.
That was up, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man.
Everything in the bio to get at them.
If y'all don't know, definitely one of the future. We think future greatest directors coming out of our area. So
appreciate y'all.
Y'all tap in and check in with bro.
Appreciate y'all.
Good Guys podcast, episode 140, man.
Y'all, David.